Hello everyone, welcome back to Auto Trend TV. I'm here with Prajesh again from Ambal Auto Maruti Suzuki showroom today in Coimbatore, and I'm here with the brand new Maruti Suzuki Swift BS6 VXI mid-spec variant. The Swift is a legendary brand name in India and has been amazingly successful since its launch in 2005. The mid-spec VXI variant is the best seller among the third generation Swift lineup and is also easily one among the best selling hatchbacks in the country. Now let's check out this car. In terms of exterior, this third generation Maruti Swift borrows design elements from the Jaguar F-Type, the Mini Cooper and the Volkswagen Polo itself. But still it is properly recognizable as a Swift thanks to its unique design elements, which include the unmistakably pulled out headlamps and the typical Maruti Suzuki grille. This being the VXI variant, you do not get front fog lamps and no projector headlamps either. Coming towards the sides, this VXI variant gets 14-inch steel wheels as standard, wrapped in 165 section Apollo Amazer tires. That said, despite being steel wheels, the wheel covers look really very good and makes the car look more balanced from the side profile. This VXI variant gets body color door handles, ORVMs and turn indicators mounted on the ORVMs as well. This side rub strip along with the chrome detailing is a part of genuine accessory though. Another key design element of this third generation Maruti Swift includes the rear door handles mounted on the C-pillar and the very European looking tailgate design. The overall look reminds me of the Volkswagen Polo, and there is no variant badging on any variant. The part LED tail lamps remain exactly the same across all variants, while all the variants also get 4 reverse parking sensors as standard. This mid-spec VXI variant also gets a roof mounted antenna for the 2-DIN audio system. Now let's get inside.
Yes folks, I'm right now inside the brand new BS6 compliant Maruti Suzuki Swift VXI mid-spec variant, and this is how the dashboard looks like. For a mid-spec variant, this dashboard looks pretty good and has got decent level of features as well. First of all, it is surprising to see height adjustable driver seat for a mid-spec variant. This here is the height adjustment lever and this here is the lever for recline adjustment. So this VXI variant officially gets height adjustment as standard. That is quite a surprising feature to see. Other things include Bluetooth telephony controls on the steering wheel. This steering wheel itself is a modern design steering wheel from Maruti Suzuki, and it has got a flat bottom design with controls for the audio system and Bluetooth integrated into it as well. However, you do not get telescopic adjustment, only tilt adjustment available as standard. Despite the lack of front fog lamps, you get additional features instead of that. Well, coming to the center console, you get the very same 2-DIN Bluetooth integrated audio system on this VXI variant, which is just about decent. The audio quality is again very decent, nothing great, but still it is completely good to have Bluetooth connectivity as standard. The AC is of course not an automatic climate control, it is still a manual climate control, which is again well, it is a standard affair, and the quality is pretty good for the controls and knobs. Apart from that, the center AC vents are round and can be shut off just like that, whereas the further end AC vents have to be shut off only by using this rotary scroller, which is again very good thing and very thoughtful as well. The instrument cluster is quite sporty even on this VXI mid-spec variant. Let me just turn on the power. Before turning on the power, let me just show you the key. This here is the standard affair Maruti Suzuki key. Both the keys are exactly identical, so you get remote central locking as standard on both the keys of this VXI variant. And turning on the power, this is how everything looks like. Let me just turn off the audio system, and this here is the instrument cluster, which looks very sporty with the red backlighting, and the MID is pretty large as well. Controls for the MID are located on the further ends. This here is the display change button, and on the left side is the trip reset button. So this here, let's just try changing the display. You get average efficiency, instantaneous efficiency, range, and everything integrated as well. You also get dual trip meters as standard, so that is also going to be very useful. This is the trip meter A, trip meter B, and that's it. You get the fuel gauge lower down over there, and you get the time display on top. That was all. You don't get external temperature display on this VXI variant. That feature is reserved for the top spec variants alone. But still, this instrument cluster looks damn good even on this mid-spec variant. Talking about the audio system, well, let's just zero the volume. And this is how the display looks like. It is just a monochrome white on black display. Nothing very special. The audio quality is again very decent. But still, it is easy to use thanks to the clear buttons with white indication. If you turn on the headlamps, everything is backlit by orange color, so it is again sort of dated, but still it is going to be easy to read while driving at night. You can see that everything literally lights up in orange, and it is again going to be easy to use as well. Talking about other available features, you get all 4 power windows as standard on this VXI variant. You also get one touch down function for the driver window alone. No one touch up function though, but still the motor of this power window is really very fast. That is quite nice. And you get electronically adjustable ORVMs, no auto folding ORVMs though, no electronic folding as well. So this is again quite a standard affair on such a mid-spec variant. Now that was all about the features on the dashboard. Well, coming to other small things, you get metal finished door handles. We have seen these door handles even on the previous generation Swift as well, so that has been carried over exactly. On the right side of the steering wheel, you get these fleet of blank buttons only with this scroller for the headlamp leveler. So if you want to fit any other auxiliary lighting or anything, you can just use these blank panels and replace them with switches. So that is quite fine. Coming to the center console, well, lower part of the center console, you get a 12-volt charging socket over here, and you also get a proper USB and aux port under this lid over there. You get 2 cup holders and quite a lot of storage spaces in this car, including this massive bottle holder. I don't know why it's there. This Anabond over here, probably this car is being readied for auxiliary fitment. And there are massive bottle holders on all doors which can easily integrate 1 liter bottles. The glove box, however, is again of a decent Maruti Suzuki standard size, which is completely fine. No cooling function on any variant though, which is completely okay. Talking about the interior quality, of course, everything still remains hard and average quality plastics everywhere in this car, and the door panels, they have some bit of flexing. So this is a car built for mileage, economy and performance. That is all. Don't expect high levels of safety. It is better if you drive well under the safety limits with this Maruti Suzuki Swift. Coming to the roof, you get day-night switch for the IRVM. This is a manual switch, no auto dimming on this VXI variant, but still it is completely fine because even this Swift's entry-level LXI variant provides a day-night switch. That is quite good again. The sun visors are of very standard size, with only the passenger side sun visor getting a vanity mirror, which is quite a good thing again. And there is this very good looking interior cabin lamp for the front alone. No cabin lamp for the rear seats though, which is quite weird again, because even the Baleno Sigma variant provides a cabin lamp at the center instead of providing on the front. So this is a thing to be noted. Apart from that, the gear lever is really slick, and it is the exact same unit. It is quite a good looking gear lever with piano black accent, and that is again very good. That is all about the front part of the cabin on the Maruti Suzuki Swift VXI mid-spec variant. Let's just quickly get to the back seat.
To open the rear door of the Maruti Swift, you have to pull this door handle on the C-pillar, and let me just settle down.
So I am right now in the back seat of the Swift, and this is how the dashboard of the VXI variant looks like. It may not be loaded to the brim with features, but still it provides good level of equipment as standard, including a height adjustable driver seat. Talking about seat comfort and space, it is just about adequate for me. My height is 5'11" for reference, and I have adjusted the driver seat for my height. But still I have got decent level of space. It's not abundant. I can travel here for short distances, but definitely not long highway trips. The seat comfort though is pretty decent, with decent level of under thigh support, and you do not get height adjustable headrests for the rear seats as standard on this VXI variant. Apparently only the top spec variants get that feature. Now the door armrests do not get any sort of fabric finish, and you get power windows for all windows. That said, the window is pretty small, and it is exactly sort of rectangular in shape, thanks to the door handle integrated over here on the C-pillar. It may not be a great view outside. Children may have a difficult time peeping out through the windows, but still it is completely okay. It is far better than the previous generation Maruti Suzuki Swift in terms of space, visibility and comfort. So that was all about the back seats of the Maruti Suzuki Swift VXI. Let's just take a look at the boot space.
Opening the boot of the Maruti Suzuki Swift, you get to see 268 liters of luggage space, which is at par with rivals of this category. While the loading lip is rather high, the boot itself is well shaped, and is good enough for most purposes. This VXI variant also gets a rear parcel tray which can be removed rather easily. The spare wheel is located under the floor and it is a 14-inch full-size steel wheel, which is also the same on the top spec ZXi Plus variant, which gets 15-inch alloy wheels. And yes, all variants of the Maruti Suzuki Swift get 100% flat folding rear seats. So that was all about the boot space of the Maruti Suzuki Swift. Let's talk about the pricing. That was the Maruti Suzuki Swift VXi best-selling variant, and now we can see why is it such a good seller despite not having the best safety rating and interior quality. Combined with the very peppy and efficient 1.2-liter K-series engine, the Swift VXi provides more than enough features for the average Indian hatchback buyer with adequate levels of space and comfort. Obviously, there is the Swift brand name, which is recognized and loved by almost everyone. And finally, there is the incredibly vast Maruti Suzuki sales and service network, which really makes owning a Maruti Suzuki car a properly hassle-free experience. Do let me know in the comment section below what do you think about this Maruti Suzuki Swift VXi mid-spec variant. Meanwhile, this is Viprajesh signing off. See you on another video. Thank you for watching.